Now let's talk about some Americans. Let's throw some people under the bus. Right here. So this is an American DMing Stephanie Ribeiro, January 12th, the day that this all happened. Actually, I think it was January 11th that this happened, but the 12th was the day that all this stuff hit the news. So this is right before the 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. is usually when most news stations start actually publishing stuff, from my understanding. And around 8 a.m. is when I was being put on the news. So this is an American. And he says that guy, Auston Holleman. Let's keep this in mind too. Stephanie Ribeiro never reached out to this guy. Do you see any messages before this? That guy, Auston Holleman, is in Sao Paulo now. However, he knew that. He's not in Salvador at this time. Well, actually, I posted it. I remember I posted it. I don't know if he's coming back to Salvador or not. If this shit is not snitching at its finest. So, off that first message, what I'm seeing right here is Stephanie, you got, whether she sent, some hitmen after me, who knows? Police after me, who knows? Don't look for Auston over here in Salvador. You need to come over here and look for him. That's what this motherfucker's doing. 7:37 a.m. that was sent. This guy waits almost exactly 3 hours. So he's sitting around waiting to see if she responds. She likes the message because she likes a snitch. And says, from what I understand, he just caught a flight out of Brazil and he'll be back and he'll be out of Brazil a few weeks, which she has her team investigating anyway at the time, right? So she doesn't even need this information. It was put online that I was going to the Philippines after Brazil. That was put online. There was no need for him to even say that. So she responds and says, we are already acting to report. If you know someone infiltrated in his groups, pass my contact. So maybe this is where the black man's travel thing came in, right? Where this snitch goes in and tries to connect anything, even if it has nothing to do with Auston. Connect anything you can find and throw it on his name. Does anybody want to see a picture of what this guy looks like? Because I know. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to see this guy. We got a lot of 1s. Like somebody said you messed up and they still put a 1. Meaning that, you're wrong for this. Well, here's the thing. I'm not wrong for it, right? Because had you not did this, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I don't like a liar. And I don't like people that volunteer information against me when it's not, especially whenever it's not even being asked for. What is that about? Okay. So right here, show Lil Dusty. We're not going to call him a rat. We're just going to say that this guy was the one that volunteered information to Stephanie without her even asking. Here's the reason why I don't mind doing this. Because my life was put in danger. My freedom was put in danger. I'm in another country. In certain countries, the police can just lock you up and they'll come up with a charge later. I'm not saying Brazil is one of those countries. I don't know. But I'm a foreigner on foreign land. I don't know what can happen to me. And my life was put in danger. My life was put in danger. So Ingrid, a Brazilian that is from Brazil, lives in Brazil, says Brazil, not even Brazilians be in jail. Imagine being a foreigner. I think what she's saying is because she doesn't speak English like that, I think. is that, Brazilians can get locked up for, and imagine somebody that's not one of them. We've heard about there's a show called Locked Up Abroad. Like that stuff is real. That stuff can actually happen. It's happened many times. I was almost one of those. We have a black man, and you see that I have life-threatening attention in a foreign country that neither one of us are from. You decide to side with the people that aren't even your people. Show them no mercy. Appreciate the $10 super chat, Andre. So we got a couple more people I want to talk about. Ingrid right here says, but I have an opinion to share. Mike and the guy was on the news, but not you, but you not, because no proof against you, and this girl can't make nothing. So worrying for her, the reason. Not sure what she's saying, but I understand. And I believe she's talking about David Bond. I believe she's talking, and I actually had him reach out to me through someone else. And I had his guy. How do you know it was him? This was a private text message to Stephanie. Was it linking him to this? He told me it's the fam who dislike you. They have power in the government of Brazil, so you had to lay off because they follow you on YouTube waiting for your return. Oh, they ain't got to worry about that. Because in Brazil, they just work with proofs, and he is worrying with no reason, because not with proof. To here, they send to jail. Just is a bit joke. Like, even someone that killed, they don't go to jail. I've heard that about people committing serious crimes and not. Yeah, I've heard that. I have heard that. But I'm not gonna say that I've seen it, but I've heard it. And you know what else is funny? This whole expat community BS. I'm not saying that about everywhere. I'm saying in Brazil, there's an expat community, just like there is in every country. Do you know that these people waited until I was put on the news to say, youngster, I tried to talk to you, youngster. Motherfucker, I never heard from you. This is my first time hearing from your old ass. How about that? Now you want to play like that? I can call you old. Youngster, I tried to tell you. I tried to tell you. I told you was moving crazy, but I ain't never seen you. I was speaking to an expat that I respect, and he knows who he is. He says that some expats in Brazil told him that they spoke with me, and I asked him which ones, because I'm the type of guy. If I'm in another country, I got common sense, right? If I'm in another country, you say, Auston, if you keep doing this, one of these feminists are going to tag onto your videos, and they're going to slander your name and basically ruin Brazil for you. I would have said, you know what? I really love Brazil. I don't want to leave. I would have said, okay, I'm going to do that. Now, if you consider a youngster, you try to talk to you, if you consider getting in my fucking comment section and calling me names and giving me advice at the same time, like, you're a little arrogant. I had people say stuff like, you're a little arrogant son of a bitch. One day something's going to happen to you if you don't switch the way you make content. You're giving advice. You're saying switch the way you make content. You didn't tell me how to switch the content, but you also called me an arrogant son of a bitch. That means it goes over my head. Who the fuck listens to advice when they're being called out their name? So if that's what the expat community in Brazil, if that was their goddamn way of talking to me, they can have that shit. Let's look at a little more of this foolery we got from our fellow so-called American comrades. So we got this guy right here, an American living in Salvador as well, edging on what's going on. Exactly. I'm glad he got made an example out of. We got enough stereotypes about us as it is. We don't need any new ones. So I wonder, had I gotten hurt, he would be glad as well, right? Brazilians ain't going for it, pandering at his finest. All I heard was negative things about this cat from everybody he met while down here in Salvador. I would love to know who you talk to. This guy also has a YouTube channel. Go subscribe if you want to see him talk shit about people. The expat community in Salvador was extremely pissed when all this passport bro stuff came out last week, which I had been there 3 months, so it wasn't last week. Well, it wasn't that week. We've been living down here peacefully for years with zero problems, and a guy with camera comes in and paints all of us in a bad light in less than a week. All of us were getting calls and texts from our Brazilian friends and expats in other parts of the country asking if we knew this guy. I'm glad he got ran out of Brazil, the American expat community, which I wasn't a part of. Don't need that kind of attention. I'm thankful we got him out of here, and we will aid in doing it again to whoever if necessary. Remember, it was the Black expat community in Brazil who put in work to spread the word about that lame ass nigga word to Stephen's story. Oh God, oh God, oh God. Run the pockets, fam, for a legal fund. Appreciate that super chat. It is a very good idea. So we got another black guy, another American. It's not even about him being black. It's just the fact that we have another American and he decides to rat out me. When I was hanging with you New Year's Eve, other Americans we came across were showing you love. Auston was respectful my whole trip and cutting off a guy who got too drunk because he didn't want that impression. Oh, okay. I remember Jamal. I remember Joe. I remember you. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Yeah. Jamal was very respectful as well. We had a very good time. He was very laid back, real cool. I believe he said he's from Oakland. We had a really good time together. Really good time. He's never seen me disrespect women. Yeah. For the heat that I got in Brazil, man, it kind of hurt me a little bit because I was completely on the other side of what they tried to make me look like. But that's fine. That's fine. This guy, Stefan, that's thankful we got him out of here, and he said he would aid it again if it was necessary. And that's very good information to share. His YouTube channel, if y'all want to go to his channel and subscribe so he can aid to you getting ran out of a country. Stefan Story. This guy, he has 2,000 subscribers. He's living in Salvador Bahia, so y'all go subscribe. Go subscribe to his channel. Just remember this. Don't be his friend because he might do this to you. He wasn't my friend. I don't know who he is. But there you have it. Death of exposure. Yeah. I guess they thought when I had a YouTube channel, I guess they thought I was Stefan and had 2,000 subscribers.